Good evening. Welcome back to Play the Hits. This is Max taking the helm for the first game of our 16-bit summer. I think it's our first game.
Hell yeah, it is.
I was gonna say a game that has fucking fantastic music.
Dude,
listen to this fucking harmonica.
It's fucking beautiful, man. And it's the 30th anniversary. Did you see that? 1993.
Whoa, oh my God.
Plok is 30. Shit.
Plok, he's an old ass man. This is like the beginning of Wreck-It Ralph or something.
Plok's like in a gas station buying cigarettes when he sees two assholes. Yeah, I'm Plok. What the fuck do you guys want?
Oh my God. Oh man. Plok
I was supposed to be the next Sonic the Hedgehog. I was supposed to be the next.
He looks
Sonic.
like one of those characters when they were doing like freaking tie-ins with candies and things
the
like that.
The radical
like,
mascot era, yeah.
He's the Noid or like the Spot from 7-Up or something.
You know, he always reminded me of like a pre-Rayman.
That's exactly what he is.
He's got the disjointed arms and yeah.
But that actually comes into play in this game. Like,
hey, Sparks, what's up?
Kind of makes it like a fun little mechanic where it's just like, okay, now you have to get through this part, but you have to give up one of your limbs to do it.
Exactly.
Bounce around. But yeah, not much of, as far as story, but it's serviceable.
Well, and I was going to say too, like, when we were talking about playing this, you mentioned that like a couple of people have done it on YouTube, but I feel like people almost play it ironically, and which is a bummer because it's not a bad game by any stretch.
It's not.
No.
It's a great platformer. It's it has great sound design. It has wonderful music. It really does. Like, you kind of even the beginning stages, it's kind of like a fun little jaunt, but you really got to wait until you get back to your home island.
Absolutely.
For shit to really get good.
Well, so Sparks writes, "Hey, Plork."
Plork.
Remember this game?
Yeah,
it's Plork.
Everyone remembers Polk.
Yeah, I love Plok.
All right. All right, now here's the deal. I feel like I should do a run through, like a straight run through of just doing every stage, but
you do it your way.
Show everyone right at the beginning. You can skip like 6 stages here.
Do it.
So.
Do it. Like
the
whole point of 16-bit summer is let's fucking like demolish these games, man.
That's true. I don't think we're gonna be able to do this in one night because, oh god, especially when you start getting to like Creepy Crag and stuff, shit gets hard. It gets hard,
dude. Though you clearly know what you're doing. That's great. I was playing Sonic Triple Trouble with Nick last night, and it makes a real big difference when I actually go into a project prepared versus when I just wing it and realize that I've aged terribly.
Last night? Which one was last night? I wonder.
No. I came in prepared last night. Actually.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. And you can always tell when it's been 10 plus years since I've played a game.
Yeah.
Damn, Plok. What was that?
This is just to collect shells. Okay.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. Plok could use a resurgence. Oh god, he's not fast enough.
Why is it like this?
You suck, Plok. Fuck this game.
No resurgence for you.
Goddamn shovelware.
I don't think. Oh, the blade's still there. That blade is a trick.
Also, the enemy design in this game is really random. You get some like cutesy little critters, and then you get some like straight up nightmare fuel like that fucker, or those dudes with the big mouths. The
Bobbins brothers who shoot fucking toenails out of their mouths. All right, I need that. And that was also a fun thing. Is like, do you remember which ones you could like hit the berries to give you more health, and you can hit it a third time to go to a secret room and get like your precious clamshells,
right?
Or sometimes they would just blow up on you.
Yeah, this game.
But
this game was a crapshoot for sure. You could also tell that the developers were plainly watching some Ren and Stimpy at home.
I think so, yeah. But it's like even the character design and the enemy design. You're right. It's pretty good. It's one of the few games where I feel like the box art the Western box art kind of fit well with the game. It was like weird claymation stuff, but it worked. And most of the time, it's just like, oh, Mystical Ninja Gunbate Goemon? Okay, well, we're going to make it super racist. And,
yeah, right, absolutely. As racist as we can get it.
he's riding a tiger for some reason.
The weird thing I was just thinking is, can you imagine what a different game this be if Plok's character sprite were white? Just picture it in your head for a second. Picture an all white. It would look
like he's not colored in. Oh wait, also he'd look like a condom.
No, I was gonna say he'd look like the motherfucking Klan.
Oh God. Like, you're absolutely right.
Like, suck it, Goemon. Here's Grandmaster Plok.
Also, okay, so there's some games like we were talking about what to play, and Contra 3 came up.
Hell yeah.
And Contra is definitely one of those games where, it's challenging no matter what, but there are absolutely some points that you just have to memorize that you're going to die the first time unless you get lucky.
Right.
This game is definitely like that as well. Like, this stage is the epitome of that. It's just like, oh, why didn't you know there were logs coming from the sky? You
dummy, you big dummy. Well, I was going to say, too, if we're doing Contra, it's got to be you. I mean, if we try to do it two-player, I think it's on the Switch Online, isn't it?
Oops. Yes, it is, actually. I'm almost
I could join you, but I am definitely going to hold you back a little bit.
Oh, whatever. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, you have to join me because I think if you do one player, you have to play as Bill Reiser.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah.
Bill Reiser sucks.
My brown ass wants to play as, what's his face? I want to say Jose, but I don't know if I'm actually being racist.
No, you're Mexican. You can't be racist.
Juan? God, what was his name?
Juan. It's something like
I've
Eric
played Shattered Soldier like a million times, and he was like an important plot point.
I don't think anyone has ever read the story of Contra except for maybe you.
Hey, it's a good story.
It's a good story.
All right, here we go. Now all of a sudden the music is nightmare fuel.
Yeah, fuck these guys, man. Oh God, they're horrible. Look at them. Look at how awful they are. Jesus. Ow. So on a complete...
Not the easiest thing either.
Yeah, no. I remember this boss fight being a pain in the ass.
The three of them, God, is horrible.
You let me borrow this when I was a kid.
There we go.
And I don't think I ever got past these dudes. Or at least I put in my Game Genie or something.
The thing is like you can put the game on Child's Play, but then you can't ever get to your own island. You beat these guys, and it's kind of the end of the game. Everything's a lot slower. Yeah, this is one of those games where it's like the difficulty level, instead of like things hurting less, everything just went super slow, like 25% speed. It's just like, here you go.
Here you go. And dude, you just got by the skin of your teeth there, man. That was impressive.
Oh yeah, oh my God. Yeah, those guys are kind of difficult.
Look at his fucking eyes. He's so creepy. I love him.
It's like, I fucking love Plok.
Max, I think you and I should get Plok tattoos. matching Plok tattoos, and then try to arrange it so that we die on the same day and have our funerals together, and our families discover the tattoos and they're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this? Just to fuck with them. That'll show them.
Why do they both have Plok and each other's initials on their buttocks?
Here's the issue is we have to get it in a inconspicuous place
so that we're the only ones who know until we're dead.
Well, there's that, but also, like you brought up, if he's not colored in, he kind of looks problematic, and they usually don't do that shit on the same day.
Why do Chris and Max both have clan tattoos? Sparks fully endorses the Plok tattoo idea.
Oh my God, Plok's a cute little. I mean, I told myself if I was getting here's the good music, by the way. Someone has to Google who did the music for Plok. It was it was one brother out of a set.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I was thinking it was just some random story, like he killed himself right after.
No, he did music for a lot of NES games.
Really?
And you can tell there's what is it? Iceman for the NES. You listen to he did, I think, most of the soundtrack for that. I mean, literally from stage one, it's like, oh, this sounds like Plok. Like, wow. It's just his style, the heavy synth. But
yeah, right.
A little bit of like Japanese disco in there, and just
Japanese disco.
A lot of weird shit. Like the music in this game is awesome.
Oh, speaking of which, I figured out a destination for when we go to Japan. We're definitely going to the toilet cafe.
Okay, definitely. Do you know what neighborhood that's in?
I don't.
We're in Tokyo, right? Like,
yeah, it's definitely It's too weird not to be Tokyo.
Yeah, right.
But apparently, like, once the novelty of hey, everything's shaped like shit wears off, the food's actually really good.
I'm sure.
Sparks, where those feet, probably.
Yeah, the fleas
Yeah, you're right,
really
it better
weird.
Be. Yeah, they do.
They're so huge. Or is Plok small? I don't know.
Right.
Like, does this all take place on a thimble or something? Like,
well, I was going to say, too, like, when you think about it, everything that you're navigating, like all the blue goopy stuff, that's shit, right?
That's their shit. Yeah,
shit.
I think we figured that out as kids. That it's just like, that's definitely shit.
This is all shit.
why
Sparks says
shit?
Tim Folan's brother was Jeff Folan.
Okay, but yeah, Tim Folan was the one that did the music.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And I feel like Jeff, I thought he did music too, but I'm not positive.
Well, and he also spells it Geoff, which I always pronounce Jeff, but I'm not sure if that's correct. Is it Geoff?
No, it's Jeff. I'm pretty sure
it's not Joff.
Joff. Well, I don't know, because there is Joffrey.
Yeah, it seems like one of those weird, like, hipster things that people would do.
You think Joffrey?
It's not Jeff, it's Joff.
Wouldn't the nickname be Jeff? You would think.
If I ever have to, like, change my name, I'm gonna go with Topher.
Topher? Why Topher?
Because Christopher and...
Oh,
you know, I love that bastard. 70s show.
Oh.
By the way, did you see
and Spider-Man 3. Like...
Yeah, oh yeah, of course. You know, I'm just going to come out and say it. He was not the worst part of that movie. Ooh.
What do I... There's a thing. I thought the platforms were just going to come out by themselves.
Topher Grace did an okay Eddie Brock. It wasn't great, but nothing about that movie was great. So.
Well, you've always brought up the point that Sam Raimi's Spider-Mans were meant to be more comic book campy.
Yeah, they were definitely super campy.
They succeeded.
Yeah.
And also, you brought up a good point that Topher Grace.
Yeah.
What the
fuck? Tobey Maguire?
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Where?
I don't know.
There
it is. Oh, there it is.
I don't know why didn't that come up the first time? Was it just like you haven't suffered enough?
No, that's right. Plok has not paid his blood debt. What the fuck is this shit?
There we go. Got my... It's pretty easy to get extra lives. You just got to collect enough clamshells.
Yeah. Oh, hey, dude. Sparks continues. Jeff Folan composed the music for the Batman Forever game, Silver Surfer, and Indiana Jones.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So they both did music.
Yeah. Holy shit. They're like the power siblings of the 16-bit era. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I remember like how horrible of a game that Batman Forever was.
But how loading?
How desperately I tried to play it and beat it because I was so into Batman at the time.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I still enjoy me some Batman, but yeah.
Shoot.
Oh.
But which is really sad because the Batman Returns game was actually really good. Like as far as a beat 'em up, it was really good.
Wait, the SNES one?
Yeah.
No, that was shitty, man.
Wait, you were talking about Batman Forever, right?
Yeah, the third one, right?
Yeah, the third one was horrible. But the second one, Batman Returns, was good.
Okay, you said Batman Forever was good, and I was like, what? What are you talking about? No.
Okay, if I did, I'm sorry. Yeah,
no, Batman Returns was a fine game. Yeah, Batman Forever was not okay.
It actually had some pretty good graphics, you know.
Oh yeah, it would have if like they did like the Mortal Kombat style. What was that called? Not rotoscoping, but something like that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, like Mortal Kombat.
Well, where it's the live actors, but they've been mo-capped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spark says it has a 5 out of 10 on IMDb. You should totally play it on here. You know, if we're doing 16-bit summer, we should just do like a one-off and say fuck it. Like, let's try to see how far we can get in Batman Forever.
Oh, God. I don't know. Why would we do that to ourselves?
Well, crap. I was thinking of another one, too, and I lost it, which is unfortunate, because I think it would have been a good one. I'll have to keep thinking until it comes back to me.
Okay. Do you remember the genre or, like, anything about it?
So what were we talking about? We were talking about Contra. We were.
Wait, do I want to go down here? What's down
I don't
here?
know.
Oh, a flea. God dang it! I got these two. I got these two quickly.
Right. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. You were talking about doing Contra. I was talking about Castlevania 4. We're both gonna do Donkey Kong. Do it for your fans, bro. Do it for your fans. We'll try, Sparks.
One more flea.
Shit. Oh. What was I thinking of? It'll come back to me eventually.
Down there? Okay.
Alright.
I believe you.
Better kill.
Time to kill.
Plok going on the tear.
Why is his flags? Why are his flags so important? He's like the most. He's very Scrooge-like in that sense.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like my island. All right, is it still this way?
Dude, we could do DuckTales.
DuckTales. You know what? I don't know why I never
8-bit,
played
but they remade it, so.
They did remake it, and where are you at? You up there?
I think.
To the
left. No, to the left. Yeah.
I missed one this early on.
You suck, dude.
Kidding me? Or was he up there and then he came down?
Probably. Sparks, heck yes, DuckTales.
DuckTales was. You know what? What about Shovel Knight? That's like
game.
DuckTales.
Oh yeah, Shovel
very
Knight
DuckTales inspired. I never beat that game. I got to the last stage and then I still have it on my Wii U.
I'm gonna have to start writing some of these down so that we actually don't forget. What have we talked about so far?
So DuckTales we could. There's what do you call it? You're here. You're here. Now I remember.
Oh, there he is. Donkey Kong.
This is gonna be a very different channel. We start playing Season of Sakura and True Love 95.
Castlevania
Don't look those up,
4.
kids.
At least not.
Okay, yeah, Castlevania 4. I think you will. Oh, by the way, I was watching a Game Grumps the other day because it was like a newer one. They had I'll wait till this. I don't know if that's styrofoam peanuts or toenails, but
toenails something.
They're never gonna explain, but what do you call it? They had Ben Schwartz.
Oh yeah, Ben Schwartz. I love when he's on that show.
He's really good at Castlevania 4. I'm like, hey, this is not an easy game.
You know what? I saw that, and he made it look so easy. Maybe that's why I'm thinking I could do it.
It's just like, oh yeah, I suck at this. It's like, no, dude, no, you don't.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog just kicked ass.
Right.
Shit. Okay, so far I have DuckTales, Donkey Kong, Contra 3, Castlevania 4. What else were we saying?
Let's see.
Because bear in mind, a lot of these are just going to be one episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's put Batman Forever in the rotation just to see how bad it is.
I'd love to do Mega Man 9, but if we're keeping with 6... Oh, whoa, don't disappear on me. Oh,
it's play the hits, Max. We rarely abide by our own rules.
Well, we could do Mega Man 7. I mean, that's also a good... Mega Man 7's good. If you wanted to do one of the X games, you could. I like the X games, but I'm much better at the OGs.
We already did Mega Man X4, which is,
Wait, did we?
Well,
maybe you and Nick did, but at this, I don't even remember that. And I know most of the games y'all do.
Mega Man.
X4. That was a good. I mean,
well, I'm also trying to deviate from some of the series that we've played a lot of.
Yeah.
Ooh, Comic Zone would be a good one.
Oh God, for the Genesis?
Ooh, I remember the one that I was thinking of. Are you ready for this? Do you ever play Cheeky Boys?
No. What's that?
Ooh, it was a.
I'm gonna kick you to death, you little bastard. Come here.
It was a
come here, you
English
coward.
dub of one of the crap. What are they called? It's a really big series in Japan for Sega. Monster World.
Okay.
So are you familiar with the Monster World series?
No, I'm thinking of Monster Hunter.
No, yeah, not Monster Hunter. Monster World is a series of side-scrolling action, 1 foot Plok, side-scrolling action platformers, and only a couple of them made it to the U.S. But one of them did as Cheeky Boys, and it's a 2-player game, but I don't think we could do it as 2-player because obviously you're not here. But it was real good. I loved that game. I don't think I ever beat it. Yeah, dude, Plok's going to town. But yeah, Cheeky Boys would be a fun one to do here. It might only be a 1-episoder because I don't think I could actually beat it, but yeah. unless I practice beforehand.
I started to thought I knew what you're talking about, but
you might
recognize
it. It was a rental game at the old Video Connection back in Napoleon.
Oh, perfect timing.
Dude, you know,
and
like the 90s, the 90s were such a weird fucking time, dude. When I think about our childhood, like, yes, like video games at the time were like, oh, you're a nerd and we don't like you because you play video. But at the same time, like, for whatever reason, in little old Napoleon, in the middle of a fucking cornfield, you could find some really random Japanese shit. Just out of nowhere. It was
either because people didn't know what they were doing. They're like, yeah, let's just order this thing.
Yeah,
or more likely, you had some dedicated people who were like, we got to bring this here.
Yeah, like, dude, Cheeky Boys and Legend of Lyon Flair. Put it in there.
We're renting it for the sword fights.
Yeah, man.
The sword fights.
All the sword fights. Look at those big, beautiful sword fights.
Swords.
God, what a fucked up anime, or it was a hentai, is what it was.
Yeah,
but it's still fucked up.
That wasn't even. Oh, I gotta go all the way back where the. Oh no, it's up here. That's right. I haven't been up here yet.
Plok got
not a whole lot of fleas in this stage.
But then we were talking about. Oh, dude, do you think we could pull off? I know it's an N64 game. Do you think we could pull off Mischief Makers?
Oh man,
that might be a long one.
I've never but it would be so fun. Holy shit. I haven't played that game since
I love that game
on the N64. Like, yeah. And I think I would fall right back into it, but
yeah. The only thing is though with an emulator controller though, it might be kind of tricky.
Yeah, but they sell those N64 controllers.
Oh, that you can just plug into your PC. Yeah, that's true. I'll leave that up to you because you were always better at that one than I was. But
okay, you know what? Did you write it down? Write it down.
Yeah, I'll put Mischief Makers down on the list.
Oh my god, Treasure did a lot of legit side scrollers. I feel like there's a lot we didn't get over here.
Yeah,
starting with like the DS, we started to get some.
Yeah, but like the age of Japan. Well, I shouldn't say that because there are still a lot of Japan exclusive games, but like a lot of the bigger name ones tend to come to America these days.
Yeah, and you were right. It was a weird time, and especially in Napoleon, where it's just like, why do we have looking back, especially. But back then, it was like a fun thing. Like, we were finding these hidden gems.
Yeah, you really were.
This is nothing like anything we played before. What's going on, you know?
Sparks says, wait, I spaced out looking up worst 16-bit games on Google. Did you say something about 16-bit hentai? How? No, it wasn't 16-bit. It was just a straight-up VHS hentai that the owners of the video store clearly didn't watch. So they had it out in just like the animated videos section.
Yeah, obviously for kids. Obviously, because it's animated. It's animated.
It was a straight up hentai.
And we knew it. We did not rent that by accident.
No, not at all.
Oh, this is a fun part of the game. This might be my favorite.
Oh shit, dude. We were depraved little psychopaths.
We were depraved.
Oh crap, man.
Here. No, I didn't do any 16-bit hentai until the day of emulators. I was
man.
There was a lot of puzzle games that
were just straight up porn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and what it was a way
Apparently they have that stuff on the Switch now. Only it's censored.
But like if you had like parents who had like a parental block, or they knew enough to check your search history. Like, that was straight up just for freaky little kids to see anime titties. That's all they were for. Spark says, as long as it wasn't any Boku no Pico. I don't know that one.
No, don't even.
Don't look it up, huh?
Don't look it
up. Let me just get my phone for other reasons.
Grandpappy Plok.
Oh, shit. Okay, what have I been missing out on for 30 years here?
If you look it up, I have to show you a conversation Roger sent me.
Oh my god!
Last year. It was. I think he sent me a picture of Calpico water, and he was like, "This is Boku no Pico water, right?" And I laughed, and he was like, "Why are you laughing, Max? Clearly, you know what this Boku no Pico is." Like, acting like an idiot. Like,
what the hell is this? What am I seeing?
Somehow he tied it to One Piece. Why do you keep looking?
I don't know. I can't stop. Is that a girl or a boy? Oh shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna get this off my phone before I go to jail.
I'm gonna save this.
Oh, black and white Plok.
Black and white Plok. Grandpappy Plok.
Sparks, please don't Google it. I hold no responsibility for you Googling it. The damage is done, Sparks. This is on you.
Also, what is that thing? Is that just a beetle?
I don't know what the fuck
that is. No.
Like I said, this game could have some really fucked up enemies.
Yeah, I always imagined those guys were spuds. I think they are. Pretty sure they're potatoes.
Sure.
Deadly Nightshade.
So hey, not to completely change the topic, because I'm having a lot of fun reminiscing about the 16-bit era, but how are you enjoying Tears of the Kingdom?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's not a Chris game, I guess, when it comes to like... Well, I'm not saying it's not a Chris game.
Yeah, no, because I'm gonna
it's not
like
it. You shy away from open world. It's not that.
No,
I think it's like because it's Zelda, that it's more Breath of the Wild, basically.
Yeah, okay. That's
I don't think
the vibe
I've done
I was getting.
I haven't done a single dungeon yet. I'm having too much fun.
Whoa, hold on
exploring.
a second. Hold on a second. Did you say dungeon?
I don't know if they're dungeons.
Oh.
But I have heard people.
You got my hopes up.
People are calling them dungeons. I'm like, is it?
Because that was my biggest beef with Breath of the Wild was like, I mean, they had the divine beast, but those weren't quite dungeons.
Yeah. Here's what I am 99% sure of is that they're not going to be classic dungeons where you get a new item. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah. But you know, as long as they had like actual structure and puzzles, I'd still be down.
No.
Oh god, they're just here in this level to fuck with you.
I just went the wrong way.
That's alright.
Yeah. But
so yeah, continue.
Yeah, it is more Breath of the Wild, but it's trying to think, like, maybe we should spoiler tag this, like, just in case, like, hey, we might do very light spoilers or something.
Yeah, sure.
Even though there's stuff I wouldn't tell you anything that you don't find out in the first hour of the game anyway.
That's kind of what I figured too.
Yeah, but it's like, ooh, barely worded that.
So I actually don't mind if you
maps.
spoil a little bit for me, because I really want an excuse to like actually get into it, because so far I'm just not. But okay,
yeah.
3 maps.
So there's 3 maps, and Hyrule is still the biggest one.
Right, but there's the sky, and then what's the third one?
There's the sky, and then there's there's an underground.
Ooh.
It's just like, oh, there's caves and stuff, but like, no, Hyrule, just Hyrule by itself, is already expanded. It's bigger because they added a whole bunch of caves and underground systems everywhere.
Shit.
So sometimes it's just like you're in this underground system. It's like, oh, this connects, like, here's this part of the map that connects to this part of the map.
Huh.
And every well in the game now has an area underneath it. You could go down into every well now.
Really?
And they add a whole bunch. There's just all this shit. There's so much stuff to discover. It's nuts how packed it is.
I was actually gonna say, because it's kind of a bold move to use the exact same map that you used in the first game, unless you're really gonna do something with it. But I'm glad
agree.
to hear that.
So it has that, but no, there's a third map that's a true, like, you're way underground, and it's a completely different feel.
Huh.
And it's really cool. And so having these 3 things that you can just kind of go between, you know, and finding things, and it'll be like, oh, here's there's new types of items, where it's just like, hey, this actually, you want to go here. Like, I won't spoil anything, but kind of like treasure maps, you could say, where it's just like, oh, here, we'll go here and, you know, dive down into hell and get this thing or something. But it's literally, I think it would be the biggest disservice to, like, spoil yourself on anything or, you know, read a guide or something.
Yeah,
There's so much to do that you're going to find stuff. You're not going to be unproductive no matter what you do. You're going to find something that helps you and be rewarded for exploring. It's the middle one, I think.
Oh, Grandpappy Plok. I love his mustache.
Ugh. Okay, that worked out.
I love that they even changed the font, so it's like more old-timey.
Yeah. This one? Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, that sounds better than what I was expecting, and the idea of, like, even somewhat traditional dungeons is a real turn-on for me, so.
Yeah, and you get, you know, most of your powers near the beginning.
Sure. But it's just, like, about the creative ways that you can use them, right?
Yeah, in the beginning, I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh, I'm so excited for this. you know, and it like, okay, figuring out how to use your powers and stuff, but it just gets so much better. Like this is the first game. Like Addie loved watching me play Breath of the Wild. Like she's actually gonna buy this game.
Huh.
She's like just seeing the puzzles and stuff. She was like, yeah, she's all about puzzles, you know. So
right.
like,
yeah, me too. And that's what I love about the Zelda series. And so the fact that there's more of an emphasis on puzzles is intriguing to me.
How?
The one thing that I wasn't super excited about, and you can kind of tell me how big of a gameplay aspect this is, but like building vehicles to like get around shit, like is that like a major part of the gameplay, or is that like something you just can do if you're creative?
Really, it's you can do if you're creative. They almost never require it.
Okay.
Like one of the few times they require it is right in the beginning, where you don't have enough hearts or stamina to like get across a river or something. Let's just say.
So just like to show you how it can be done.
Yeah, and then after that, it is kind of like up to you if you want to do this or that. And it's kind of like it reminded me why I failed out of engineering. It's just like, okay,
that's funny.
Because I'm on TikTok and you see like the major things that
oh god,
the major things that are being posted are not story beats. It's
like, hey, I built this motorcycle.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, and that's like one of the things that I saw in like one of the main Nintendo previews has Link literally driving a car that they made.
Yeah.
I'm like, that actually looks fucking stupid. Like, why is that?
Most of the time.
And I get it. Like, if it's not like a requirement, like a part of the game that you're like expected to do, or like it's canon now that Link drives a car around Hyrule.
I mean, how they make it, it definitely just seems like, okay, we're doing some magic here kind of thing. What?
Oh!
Okay, yeah, I walked into that one, clearly.
Yeah, dummy. Why didn't you know? Good lord, these levels suck. You're almost dead. That's horrifying.
I'm almost dead. That's right at the beginning.
My God. I never understood why he turns into a buzzsaw sometimes.
He turns into a boxer or a flamethrower exterminator sometimes. True. Like, oh God.
Sparks, does Link even have a license? Oh, she also asked, how is hydrated Ganondorf?
Literally, I just saw him for the first time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen his picture
30 minutes
already,
ago.
so I know he's in the game.
Oh, God.
So is he, like, different from Ganon, or is he the same? Or I mean, is that a big spoiler? Okay.
I'm sure it is, and I don't know yet.
Because, I mean, Breath of the Wild straight up ended with you killing Ganon, and I just assumed that, like, Ganondorf went full beast mode and was, you know, like no more, like he was somewhere in that monster, but like wasn't his own separate entity.
My guess is that it's like a Zeramis situation where he's like the hatred of Ganondorf or something like that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But I will say the villain in this game is so much better. Barry, sweet Barry. Oh,
when you say like the villain vaguely, are you talking about Ganondorf, or is it someone else that I don't know about?
As far as I know, it's him.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I thought it was not, I wouldn't spoil it.
Yeah, but sure.
Yeah, it's as far as I know. Yeah, it definitely seems like the big bad.
So like Ganondorf takes a more active role.
And yes, and he seems like a humongous threat. He's never been scarier than.
Ooh, interesting. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, so yeah, all right.
For sure.
You've done what no amount of like previewing on YouTube has done, and that's making me like actually kind of intrigued by it.
Yeah, he's a threat. He feels like a big threat in this game.
That's cool.
I think you'll like exploring. I mean, the good part of one of the best parts about Breath of the Wild is how they were able to capture your interest from way across the map.
Yeah. Oh, God, there's 3 of them now.
It's not easier, but it's not so much harder because they share a health bar.
You're not making it look hard. I mean, damn, Max.
Ow. Whoa.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I can't shoot too much because then I'll start bouncing into them when I'm out of limbs.
Oh, shit.
Come on.
That's all right. You were doing awesome there. Bobbins Bros.
Save state. What? What's that? I don't know.
How'd that happen?
All right, I got this.
I see that Addie is playing Stardew Valley, and I was thinking if we wanted to do some 4-player 16-bit summer, that would be a good opportunity to do Stardew.
She might be into that.
Yeah.
Yes. Come here, you little bastard.
Oh, fuck.
Got you.
Nice. I love that music. Sounds like something out of the Terminator.
Okay, that's it.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be doing that in Contra. Rocking Out and Shattered Soldier is the best thing ever.
Shattered Soldier had some great music.
Shattered Soldier was a good game. Too many people sleep on it. I like it just as much as Contra 3.
Yeah.
It is just as good. Oh, what is Bill Reiser's? I mean, that's the thing. In like Contra 3, it was basically, hey, we don't want. It's just going to be a color swap of Bill Reiser. Sure, and well, he's Mexican. I don't know,
he's
whatever.
Mexican. Right?
But and actually, they whitewashed him in Shattered Soldier. He's fucking white.
Oh God.
But he has the same name.
Well, Max, someone had to be.
Oh my God.
So is this
Everyone's
a
so
flashback,
white
or are you like
looking.
time traveling? I never understood this part.
No, it's a flashback.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Grandpappy Plok.
I figured.
So it's showing all the shit he had to go through to get his amulet. And then
now
Plok
you
has a
lost
revelation.
Hey!
Whoops.
What's this? Grandpappy's lost amulet. That's awesome.
I never took advantage of this thing as a kid, but yeah, it's do you want to get more lives or do you want to be stronger? That's kind of the thing.
Can't do both.
Yeah, but sometimes like these enemies, these freaking apparently townspeople, sometimes they can be, you got to get them right at the apex. You got to hit them twice while they're a skeleton. Ugh. Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, it looks hard. I don't think
But
I
when
ever
you,
got this far.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this stage is not hard, but it does take a while.
Huh.
Alright, first flea. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm just massacring like the townspeople in this stage. I don't know what's actually going on. They seem like they're just chill. Like
until you start killing them, yeah.
So
turning them
I
into
mean,
skeletons.
okay, yes, obviously it's a slum. I see that. Wait, maybe Plok is like a fucked up landlord.
Yeah, maybe. You fucking live here, you gotta pay.
You gotta pay. Look at all these fleas.
Can't pay, you gotta die. Please, Mr. Plok, I'll pay. Stomps his teeth.
As a kid,
into
I always
curb.
thought they had like little top hats. It looks like just Bud or something.
Oh yeah, I can see that. You know, it's kind of funny, like how like your prepubescent brain reads some of these sprites.
Yeah,
Like to this day, like I can't. I was joking with Nick the last time we did the Link to the Past randomizer.
Yeah,
I still see Aghanim at like the little like black slit with his two sinister looking eyes. I never saw it as that. I always thought that was his mouth, and like his weird like headband was his eyes, and he just had like this goofy like face.
yeah. There's some sprites where I have to tell myself to look at it a different way.
Yes,
that
same.
one I kind of figured out as a kid, but
I didn't.
I feel like there were some in FF6 that I was like,
yes, like some enemy sprites in that game are weird,
and definitely some of the now a lot of the logs are all gnarly shit.
Oh God,
that makes sense. This fucking game.
I'm trying to think of another one that was like a really.
Oh, I forgot I have wasps.
Oh, nice.
Come here, little
practically a spell.
bastard. That's right.
Damn, Plok's done fucking.
Don't pay your rent.
Bees!
Release the wasps on you. Okay, and now we go up.
Oh, I
And
remember
if you
another
jump
weird one.
too high,
Yeah.
you start at the beginning of the stage again. Right
Oh
there.
God. I remember another weird sprite, which is in Super Mario World, Mario's death animation. I always thought, like, for some horrible reason,
Ow.
that like the skin was peeled off his face and he was all red, and I'm like, oh my God.
It does look like a little the O face he makes.
Yeah.
His skin is being peeled back a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of get
creepy
you
as
there.
shit.
I know what you're talking about.
And like to this day, like I really can't unsee it. Like I know what the sprite is supposed to look like, but I can't unsee it. Look like someone just ripped his face off down. Like God, Nintendo in 1991 wasn't fucking around. Oh,
one
no.
I'm thinking of is Go-Go from FF6. He has that
Go-Go.
kind of slit, and you can see it in his
Yeah.
like a mono like profile thing. That it's his eyes and everything. But I
Yeah.
thought it was like his fucked up smile as
Oh,
a kid.
really? See,
Like
I
with
never had a problem
gold
with that
teeth
one.
or like yellow teeth or something.
Interesting.
That he was just always smiling.
That
But
kind of
no,
sounds
it's
like how I saw Aghanim.
Yeah, a little bit. It was like a face and mouth switcheroo.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, yeah, they even in the Super Nintendo days, they had limited things to work with, but oh, I forgot there's hidden berries there. I'll save that. I have to go all the way back just to take an elevator that's right below my feet. What, how did I miss you? How?
Oh no, he's gone.
How did I miss you? That would have been so annoying. I'm kind of glad I died. So, are you playing anything new right now?
I'm just kind of playing some projects that I've had on my backlog until 16 comes out.
Okay,
I
like stuff on Steam mostly?
Yeah, I want to beat Control. I'm doing some more Persona 4, which is kind of just an ongoing project I have.
Okay.
Oh crap, what else am I playing right now? Oh, Connor's gotten really into Animal Crossing again, so I've been playing that with him.
Nice. Yeah, it seems like he made a new island and everything.
Yes. Yeah, he's finally got tired of Roblox, which I never understood.
So how he told it to me is his brother got interested, so it wasn't interesting to him anymore.
Of course.
And he almost got interested in Mario, and it was like, oh no.
Almost.
That's kind of funny.
Well, so I do understand that. Like he's not just necessarily being mean to Michael. It's like
no.
It's like when Michael wants to play something, that's like all he wants to do, and he's 4 years old, so you have to play it his way.
Yeah, and it's just like, I can imagine Connor wanting alone time, and be like, this is just for me.
Right.
So yeah, definitely, I definitely get that.
One of these days, I'm gonna get that boy to play a Final Fantasy game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, he's right about the age I was when I started playing him.
Yeah, we started with FF2, quote unquote.
Yeah, right, 2/4. Oh God.
Oops.
Dude, I keep hoping that the pixel remasters on Steam are gonna get like the console updates. Like where you can switch to like the original soundtrack and you can activate cheats and everything, and even just changing the font. Which I know you can do via mods anytime, but still.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be nice to just have the official one.
Oof.
What is
I don't
happening
like this.
here?
I think these things give you a lot of shells. I have to look at my Plok face.
Plok face?
Oh, no, it almost looks like... Oh, no, they are. Okay, yeah. Shit. It's like a lot of shells in one.
Shit.
How long does it go on, though? Oh,
quite a while, apparently.
You know what? I'm out of here. Oh, yes, gimme. Okay, they give you all your health. It's basically until you die.
Oh, nice.
All right, where's that last damn flea?
Up there.
Up there. Obviously.
Come on, Max.
Let's see. Do I gotta do something with this pot? Because these guys will keep coming. I don't think they ever stop. Ow.
He'll never stop.
Oh.
He's made of sex.
Sex. Is there another way to get up there?
Am I crazy, or did Trevor die from Whitest Kids You Know?
She did.
Yeah, what a shame.
That is
and like
a
it wasn't
shame.
anything like, he was secretly like hard into drugs or something. It was like really random, right? He had like an illness or something.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was an accident. Okay.
I don't think it was. I feel like it was an illness, just like something you wouldn't have expected, just out of the blue.
Yeah, because he definitely wasn't old, but yeah, it was just very unexpected.
Very close to our age, actually, like maybe 5 to 10 years older, if that.
Yeah, so it's like if Steve-O died or something, I'd be like, yeah, that's really sad.
It's like, oh,
not surprised.
Imagine that. You can only brutalize your own testicles enough until you die.
I mean, I know.
Sorry, Steve-O.
he's gotten clean, and his teeth got super white, and he's like a vegetarian or something now.
Oh, really? See, I haven't seen the new Steve-O.
You're just gonna stay there and be electrocuted.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's
That's your
really taking
for
care
not
of
paying
himself
rent.
now.
Oh, really? Go figure. Go Steve-O. I'll always remember Steve-O as wearing a Santa suit, getting a colonoscopy.
This is a fun boss
Steve-O.
fight, but it kind of sucks too.
Good. Those are the best ones.
It just gets worse. Did I get you? No.
But so Steve-O is one of those guys though too, where like the public persona that he puts on, like behind, like once the cameras stop rolling, apparently everyone just says he's a nice enough guy.
Yeah.
So it's great that he got clean. Yeah. But then you like contrast that with like other '90s like shock icons like Andy Dick, who was an actual piece of shit.
Oh, an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. Or is an actual piece of shit. Like he's still being an asshole to everybody.
What leg does he have to stand on to be an asshole?
I don't know. He's always just like, what
is he doing?
Didn't he like? Oh, was that Andy Dick or is it Tom? Who was the other one? Who the other big shot guy?
Oh, Tom Green.
Tom Green. Tom Green was the one who married Drew Barrymore, right?
Oh God, I forgot it. Like for a little bit.
And didn't he like mistreat her pretty bad or something like that? Or I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn. It's not like he's gonna watch our show, but you know.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Eat it.
You just fuck that guy up. Punch him in his face.
Ow. Why?
But yeah, no, like I've heard nothing but good things about Steve-O, and nothing but horrible shit about Andy Dick.
Yeah, Steve-O's nice.
Yeah,
is what I hear. Yeah.
Oh, and who's the other guy? The British dude who just lost his like primetime show, his late night show. He was on Doctor Who for a little bit.
It wasn't. James Corden or something.
Yeah. I've heard he's an asshole to everybody too.
Yes, I keep hearing that.
Which is a real shame because he always plays like an affable, like lovable idiot, right? And so you like never know. Again, you know, you can't judge an actor based on the roles they play. Some of them, you know, just have like a face that's built for comedy, but secretly are terrible people.
Yeah.
Take Andy Dick.
I think probably the easiest way to do this is the ones that are about to die. You target them, but it's really hard not to just try to target anyone because it's hard to get anyone to fall down. But then it's like that, and I just got to run away.
Yep.
So I should probably go after purple. It's just. Ugh.
Oh, but all this is to say, for whatever reason, like one random ass show that I remember, at least in my like 12-year-old internet-addled brain, thinking was hilarious, was Andy Dick's The Subway Monkey Hour, where he went to Japan.
What?
You ever see that?
No.
I mean, don't watch it because it's Andy Dick and he's horrible and he shouldn't get any money ever. But but it was really fun. Like I remember it being really funny. He went to Japan and just like, I think that's where I learned about the poop cafe, and like he at one point managed to trap a monkey in his van by accident, and it just like crapped everywhere.
Oh God.
He was on the street just like talking to random Japanese people, not knowing a lick of Japanese. And there were like these like schoolgirls or something that they knew like one phrase, and that was yes sir, no sir. So
no.
So he was just making them yell yes sir to everything he said. Again, this was all before like I knew how horrible of a man he was. So, like,
I wasn't
trying to make any
like
kind of
the comedy.
Statement. Yeah,
the comedy there definitely seems like it would be someone who's just a huge asshole.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing I remember about it too was like I was kind of watching it thinking, wow, he got some really good like beautiful cinematography. Japan is a beautiful country. But then he would like have these like random reflections, and he goes, all this time I've been looking for a public urinal where I don't have to squat.
Wow.
And he's like interlacing this over pictures of these beautiful shrines and mountains. Just nowhere in the country.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
That just kind of
like they're all squatters.
Into that one. Oh, I wanted to get purple. I really wanted to hurt. Oh yes.
Hey, there's one down.
There's one down.
I love games like this where the boss fights only get easier the further you go along, because you just kill them and you're not dealing with as much chaos.
Yeah, seriously. Ugh.
Sparks writes, with a name like Andy Dick, what do you expect? Yeah, I mean, he
that's true.
Kind of wears it on his sleeve.
Oh, come on. That was a hit.
It Those squat toilets were the bane of my existence in Japan. Apparently,
Oh,
you and Andy Dick. But no, I mean, like I said, if you can find it for free so that Andy Dick doesn't get any of your money, just watch it on YouTube or something, and like see if you can find the part where he traps a monkey in his van.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, that was close. I save stated, but it's just like I wanna do this legit. Let's do it legit.
Do it. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, it's just the one left now.
As he flies away.
The hard part, one of the hard parts of this boss fight is not hitting the target too many times, and your limbs just go away. And it's like sometimes because they follow you back, so to not hit them by accident can be hard sometimes.
Oh shit! They're fast. Damn it!
There we go.
There he goes.
Got you again, bitch.
But I've got no appendages.
Yes.
There we go. Get work done, Plok. God, this episode, how have we talked about everything from Tears of the Kingdom to Subway Monkey Hour?
Right? Oh my God. Oh. All right. That's not a it's a fun boss fight.
Now they know who's the king of this island because I killed them.
Okay, the other bosses aren't horrible, except for the boss of the game sucks.
I don't think I've ever seen the final boss.
It's that thing.
Oh, the big spider.
It's
Cool.
the big spider. All right. Oh no, the stages just get worse. They get long.
What was the South Park episode where
this
where
might be my favorite song?
the Catholics were like worshiping the Queen Spider or something like
Queen
that?
Spider. I just made that reference like 2 days ago during
Really?
camping.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, that was today, literally.
Huh.
Taking apart the tent. Big old spider. It's like, it's the Queen Spider. So says the spider. Like,
So
what? Trey Parker and Matt Stone just did not give a shit.
No, man. Well, and the Catholic
The Queen
Church,
Spider.
the Catholic Church at that
yeah.
time really needed an ass kicking. I mean,
They
that
did,
was
yeah.
good.
It's just like, yeah, just don't rape little boys.
Yeah, right.
Can
I
you
mean, I
not
guess
do
they
that?
still have that problem. They could still
Yeah.
definitely stand to learn that lesson, but
Yeah.
oy. Like what? Why is
Yeah,
that so hard?
Yeah, right? Yeah. And even like still protecting them too. But
Yeah.
whatever.
It's kind of like
Even-
Lutheranism with just Trump support. Like why? Like why the fuck has
Why?
that become so central to so many people's identity?
And I feel like people can't explain it without sounding like a hypocrite or
No,
an idiot.
and that's the point. Like the one
Wait, is there a
the one
finger?
okay thing about like the whole Trump movement is that it at least has exposed the fact that like morality was never the point.
Oh, yeah.
Like it has never been about like religious conviction or wanting to do the right thing or stuff like that. It's always just been about,
Control
and making things easier for yourself and belittling minorities and like that. That's all it's ever been. And Trump has just brought that to the foreground.
yeah. And I feel like some people aren't even making bones about it anymore.
No,
Like,
not at all. And like I said, I mean, it's horrible, and I'm devastated that like such a significant portion of our country feels this way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm kind of relieved that they're not wearing like the George Bush mask anymore, where it's like,
Yeah.
no, we're actually right, and you just don't understand why we're right. It's like, no, we're fuck libtards and fuck people of color and like,
fuck
that's
your
like
feelings.
yeah, exactly. That's all that they're in it for at this point. Like did you see that poll? And I don't want to get too far off politics, especially with like 10 minutes left of the episode, but there was like this poll where like they interviewed not like conservative pundits or people in Washington, but like just people on the street who like professed that they would vote Republican in the next election. Like, what are you looking for in a candidate? And like their number one pick without fail was pisses off the Democrats.
Oh my God.
Like
yeah,
not,
that's what it's
not
about.
like lower taxes.
It's a pissing
not,
contest.
Not like small government or less government interference. It was pissing off the Democrats. Like,
Yeah.
and they used that exact phrase. It wasn't like, oh, I want someone who can really stir up the base, or like code language. It was like, no, I want someone who can piss off liberal people, and like that was, ugh. Like, why?
Yeah,
why is that so
sad.
important?
It's sad.
Because it's not about like like I said, it's not about right or wrong anymore. It's if I can get under your skin and make you upset, then I have won something.
Yeah.
That's just a fucking shitty way to go through life.
I think that's just like, it's a lot of people who feel intimidated, feel ashamed.
Yeah, of course.
You know what? I should.
Well, in Sparks Rights, we can see how terrible people can be, and that's the most disconcerting thing about it to me, is that, there are a lot of like what Hillary Clinton described, like the basket of deplorables, but at the same time, there's also people that like prior to 2016, I would have thought like, yeah, they have a conservative leaning, but they're nice, moral, like. They care about their families. They would give you the shirt off their back and do nice things for them if called upon. And like, when the rubber hits the road, how can you honestly endorse someone like Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis and still claim to have those kind of just common decency virtues? Like it doesn't fit.
No.
And I'm sorry, like I said, I wasn't trying to make a whole political episode again.
Oh, no, it's...
But this is really frustrating me, because right now,
is.
DeSantis has announced his campaign, and like the two front runners, like essentially the two possible people who it reasonably could be that have the Republican nomination are two of the genuinely like worst, most despicable human beings. And not just like, oh, they disagree with me, so I don't like them, but like...
No.
Really just evil guys.
Yeah.
No bones about it. Like, not even trying to be like good, like bad people pretending to be good. Just awful.
No, it's the brand of Trump.
Yeah.
Like, that's DeSantis has learned. Like most Republicans who are trying to get into the spotlight.
Like the only way you can
be a bully.
Yeah, the only way you can get nominated in the Republican Party right now is to out Trump, which is just.
It's sad because that's like you said. That's what the base wants to see. It's because people don't like it. Well,
there's a reason they don't fucking like it. It's bad. I mean, like it's not
we're
good.
Not. Yeah.
I'm not trying to like replace you and
decency.
undo. Yeah, right. I'm not like trying to replace you and undo your way of life. Like, I just want representatives in my government who I should aspire to be more like. Like, is that wrong? Or like people that aren't actively trying to dismantle democracy.
Yeah. And that part, I feel like they probably like, I think people will like that because, it pisses off the Dems or the libs, but they probably don't think that democracy is actually being dismantled.
Well, they're not thinking about the implications then. Like of what they're doing.
They're not, ugh.
But like, again, so like, let's pretend that Trump actually got away with the 2020 election, like somehow. What would that mean for future candidates? Like, once Trump dies, right? Like, anyone can just say, and like, suppose the Democrats found a way to, get back into like a majority seat. Like, would Republicans want Democrats to be able to say, no, I think that election was stolen, and I'm not going to abide by the results?
They've already shown their ass when it comes to like, they'll be total hypocrites. Like they laugh about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the whole Mitch McConnell thing, that was I think the first time that I was like super radicalized. Like, holy shit, with Garland, the nominee. Oh, yeah. And it was just like,
I've already made up my mind, and you're not gonna,
And then as soon as it's like, you have 8 months left, you're lame duck. Oh, we have 8 days to get this person through? Yeah, we're going to jam her through, of course.
Yep, absolutely.
And how do you explain that? Like, reporters asked Mitch, and he just smiled. Like, you fucking bastard.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, and again, McConnell is his own breed of heinous. But like, I worry more, I don't know. Like, I don't get me wrong, this is not in any way a compliment of Mitch McConnell. I think there's enough in him that at least wants to see some semblance of law and order, even if like he's got to be the one on top of it at all times, and it's always got to be in service to himself. Whereas like characters like DeSantis and Trump, it's like pure id, you know, like it's only what benefits me in the moment, and everything else can go to hell.
And also, at least for like the cameras and to be seen as this type of person, McConnell is not trying to look like a bully. He tries to look tough and everything, and like I'm the Grim Reaper when it comes to bills.
I hate that conservative tough guy schlock, but you know.
Yeah, and that's what people want now.
That's very Bush era, and
that
tough
Trump, guy, yes.
Yeah, the Trump era is a completely different, monster.
Yeah.
And I'm just so sick of seeing these people on TV, and I'm sick of seeing them get away with it. And again, DeSantis,
it's really sad.
who, you know, I wouldn't trust not to steal like ketchup packets from an Arby's, like
literally.
I'm serious, and now I'm gonna have to watch him for the next 2 years of my life, like telling lie after lie, and next to Donald Trump, who like. God, like you're right. I'm not like a super radical person, but like the last 8 years or so have really radicalized me a little bit to the left. Because,
yeah, I get you.
Because like I don't feel like there's another way to combat what I'm seeing. Yeah, Sparks writes. I just want people who don't want me dead. Yeah, isn't that fucked up that, you know? Just
That's
ordinary people feel that way, like, about our government. Like, if the wrong person gets elected, I might not be able to go to work anymore and feel safe. Like,
might not be safe, yeah.
That's shitty, dude.
I mean, it's already that way, I think, with
live.
our kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, oh, there's such a huge chance there's going to be a school shooting, but it's so
there
scary.
is. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, the chance is definitely
pretty much weekly in this
country.
country. I mean,
yeah, all the time.
There's only so many schools, and the weeks are going to keep coming. So, Christ.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. A lot of times I feel like, ooh, you motherfucker. You
and I hate to say this too, because I strongly support public education, but I mean, we send Connor to a private school where there's just way smaller classes and way tighter security, and I mean, I totally get that that's my privilege doing that, but he's my kid, and I want him to be safe. And so I'm sending him to this school because I can. And yeah, I know that's not a good solution for everybody else who has to deal with... And that's the crazy thing, too. Like, it really doesn't matter. It's just statistically less likely that a private school would get attacked, but it still happens. No school is 100% safe, which is just a horrible thing to think about.
It's just sad.
And every time it happens, and like it's almost become like a running joke in the Republican Party, like
thoughts and prayers. It's almost like they're saying it to piss people off.
Well, and they've quit doing the thoughts and prayers, and it's more like just, you know, the Democrats refuse to put guns in the hands of teachers, like it's their fault. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, what is...
Yeah, give everyone a gun. That's gonna solve it, really. Yep. And when the cops come, they're like, wait, who's the good guy with the gun? Raise your hand if you're a good guy with the gun. So
I'm sorry, like,
the bad guys.
Owning a gun does not make you a bad person. Carrying a gun in public to make yourself feel like a big man does.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it does.
Like, all I see in those situations are just afraid little boys. You know?
Yeah, just man babies.
Yeah.
And that's what I see. I just see fear. So much of this stuff, that's what I see.
And they want you to think that they're the ones that you ought to be afraid of. But, like, that's kind of the classic tactic when you're afraid of something, right? You try to make yourself
big.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's the classic textbook animal instinct. Yep. Like, and I'm not trying to... Yeah, sometimes I'm really angry and I want to debase these people because they fucking piss me off. But
same.
I see it, like... And I've told you about my coworker where I feel like a lot of times it's this whole I want to piss you off and everything.
Yes.
It's a response to you're angry because of how scared you are all the time. And it's just... And
so you just have to make other people as miserable as you are. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Which is kind of funny because wasn't that a line at the end of the Mario Brothers movie?
Was it?
Like when Bowser went on his rampage, and he just
that was like such a sad line.
Yeah, it was weirdly insightful
like, wait,
though.
what?
Like because Bowser in that movie was already like a slightly different character than he is in the video games, where like he's got like this sensitive side, but he doesn't want to show it because he's like this big macho Koopa guy, but all he wants is like a dream wedding. And then
it's like, did you think I was gonna go along with this? Maybe,
yeah. And then like right at the end though, like he's like, everyone's just gonna be as miserable and sad as I am. I'm like, oh shit, my god, dude.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Oh no,
but then we proceended to cheer as Mario and Luigi beat the living fuck out of him.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Because he's still a bully at the end of the day.
He's a bully.
Yeah, he ended up like he could.
Although I'm definitely seeing people being like, "Oh, Bowser's hot, damn!" Like
sexy Jack Black Bowser.
And it's just like,
right.
Hey, you know what? I mean, there's a lot of the Jack Black there. He's a musician.
Yeah.
Like,
Daddy Bowser. Like, oh god, when the Koopa kids show up, he's only gonna get
the flamethrower one.
He's only gonna get sexier.
Yes, flamethrower.
Nice.
My favorite.
Have we not seen this yet? Sparks, it's the dad mod. Hell yeah.
Also, the flamethrower, I think this is like the second appearance. It's just, I literally skipped like 6 stages in the beginning.
I was going to say,
one of those
we're
stages having
close enough to the end where, I mean, what do you want to do? Do you want to try to play this through, or do you want to do like a 20-minute episode next time or something?
Right. No, next time I'm going to start dying. Once I get to like Creepy Crag.
Okay.
The next stage is not Creepy Crag, but it's like a horror stage. What is it called? Oh, obviously there's still fleas. All right. Come here, little bastard.
Here. But yeah, no, like, I've said what I have to say. Like, like I said, I'm more radical now than I think I was in college, just because of like the way society has started to lean.
Yeah, it's almost like the center has shifted.
Exactly. And so like I feel the need to dig my heels in. Like I said, I actually don't really have a problem with private citizens owning a gun and keeping it in their homes as a level of defense. But like, because they're drawing the line that it's like you're either like a gun supporting AR-15 carrying red-blooded American, or you're some liberal pussy who wants to take away our guns. I'm just like, fuck your guns and fuck you. Like, take them away. Like, if that's what it takes to, like, get schools safe, then take away the fucking guns.
Yeah, I get it. That's like, you're going to push that hard. Like,
yeah, then I'm going to push just as hard. And, like, I will actively vote for candidates who aren't afraid to say that. Because, like, even in the left, there's still, like, a split where it's like, oh, no. I would never, like, actually touch the gun. I'm just talking about stricter regulations. No, fuck that. Take their guns away.
It's almost like they're scared to say it.
Exactly.
At least I started at the beginning.
Take the fucking guns from these unstable, like, right-wing nutjobs.
How is that controversial? You know, to be like, hey, you know what? When it comes to like, I mean, states have already done it, like Illinois, where it's like, guess what? If you get committed to like inpatient psychiatric, we're gonna, and it's not even you can't own a gun for the rest of your life.
Well, because you know why that is though. The people who are truly worried that could happen are worried that it could happen to them, as in they know that they have enough in their background, or in their criminal history or things like that, where yes, their guns absolutely would be taken away, because I have a tendency to fly off the handle, get drunk, and beat the living fuck out of my wife and kids. Right?
Yeah.
So I would probably be on that list that shouldn't have a gun, but at the same time, I'm the kind of man-child scared pissant who desperately needs a gun to feel in control of my life.
You've heard the phrase, every accusation is a confession.
Oh yeah,
I think that's definitely true for, at least for the politicians, and sometimes for people with that kind of mindset.
Right.
That it's just like, I mean, it's like a joke at this point. How many politicians who are like, homophobia, like gay, goes against the word of God, and then they're caught like with a pool boy or something.
Right, like, which again, you wanna fuck a pool boy, and you're not dismantling your family or hurting people to do it. Go for it, man.
Yeah, but don't
like, why
try genocide?
Like, yeah, exactly. Well, and then more recently, like the stupidest fucking one was Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband. It came out that he dressed in drag at a party, which big fucking deal. I don't care.
Yeah.
But the man's actually like belittling and making fun of, people who dress
like
in drag
queens and stuff. Yeah, like
again, I'm
what's up with that?
I'm not a drag queen. I don't necessarily care, who
you
wears
bastard.
what where, and like it's just such an insignificant part of my personal life that I've never really given it much thought. But then when you see these people like getting on television just to make someone else feel small for something that they enjoy doing, like, fuck you.
It's always a little bit
and
like
when it
the
comes
lady
out
doth protest too much.
Exactly.
It always makes me suspicious.
And then when it comes out that they themselves are doing it, like, I feel like an asshole, because, like, my first thought is, got him. But, like, got him what? He wore a dress in a party because it was fun. Like, who cares about that? But again, it's Taylor Greene's husband, one of the worst people in the United States.
Yeah, you can't help when bad things
happen
to bad people.
Right.
Oh God, I jumped. But
then I feel like I have to explain myself because I have to be careful. Like, the bad thing wasn't that he dressed in drag. The bad thing was that he did it with the full knowledge that he is trying to criminalize people who also do it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck sense does that make? It was the same with Rudy Giuliani, right? Like, before his Trump personality came out, right? Like,
oh yeah, right.
he was a kind of moderate New York City Republican, and like he famously like went to a drag parade and had a good time, and you couldn't help but admire him a little because that took a lot of guts in the late '80s, early '90s.
Mm-hmm.
And God, what happened, Rudy?
Right. I don't know, like dementia, maybe. I don't know. Like,
I honestly think it's less dementia, and I don't get me wrong. I mean, he's
opportunism.
He's definitely losing some of his faculties. But you're right, it's opportunism. This is what the Republican Party has become. So I've got to go whole hog,
That's how I feel about people like Tucker. It's Tucker Carlson I'm thinking of.
Yeah, because he got his start as a moderate.
I don't even think he's as conservative as he claims. I think it's literally a whole show for him.
It's Rush Limbaugh. It's Rush Limbaugh all over again. It's an act.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you my dad worked with Rush Limbaugh?
I feel like you might have told me
not
that.
like directly, but when my dad was in college, he worked at the radio station where Rush Limbaugh got his start back when he was still Jack Christie. And
interesting.
And Jack Christie was, I mean, you wouldn't have batted an eye at him. He was just like a by-the-books reporter who figured out that he could make a hell of a lot more money by pandering to, what has become the MAGA movement.
Yeah. And there's a lot of money there in like fear, and look how much donations Trump gets, from older Americans. Like even when
these poor people,
God, you would hope they know better.
I shouldn't call them poor people because some of them do know better and they're doing it anyway. But
well, I mean, they probably make themselves poor. Like
yeah. Then there's the other ones though that like I talked to you about those guys that I saw at the gas station that are like, what could you do? You had to vote for Trump because otherwise you would have been voting for Hillary. Oh yeah, I had to.
I've heard that. I'm not crazy about the guy, but
it was him or Hillary.
It was Hillary, and it's like, what was wrong? What was wrong with Hillary?
Yeah,
I'm not saying Hillary was great, but.
I am. No, really though, because like that's the thing. We as soon as we start talking like that, we've let the propaganda machine win. Hillary is a career civil servant.
She is.
Has her husband done some shitty stuff? Yeah. Have the Clintons always had like the best track record for honesty? No, but who in Washington has? At the very least,
not any of that
when I look at her policies and inclinations as a politician, I'm all in. Like, fucking give me Hillary Clinton any day of the week compared to a lot of the turds that we have.
She is probably one of the smartest people in the room at any given time.
100%.
I believe that. Like, yeah,
which is again what drove the conservative base so crazy about her. Was she was absolutely a smart and ambitious woman.
Yeah.
Like, she has admitted, like the ambitious stuff that you hear about me, it's all true. I've wanted to be president.
What a bitch.
Yeah. But like a man says, and it's like, oh yeah, he's got ideals and he's got plans. Fuck you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I said this wasn't going to be political, and 15 minutes later.
Hey, it's hard. It's hard,
because
man.
I'm seeing so much shit. I'm seeing so much shit in the news right now about DeSantis and Trump and like just completely factually wrong shit about Biden, who is, you know, every bit just America's grandpa, and I love the guy. And the funny thing is, though, like I actually probably have less in common politically with Biden than I do with Hillary, but you know, it's you make the best with what you have, and the person in the room who isn't actively seeking to disenfranchise a large portion of the country. Yeah.
And slide us into fascism. Yeah, I definitely would not say that about Biden.
So yeah, like whereas a couple of years ago I was like, yeah, Biden, whatever. Now I'm like, yeah, I fucking love Biden, man. Go Biden.
When it comes to like I don't know, like for me, when it comes to like Obama's policies or something, it's just like, he really tried to, you know, he gave up a lot and he tried to compromise too much, blah blah blah. But he was also okay. He was fresh. He was fresh.
Well,
also,
and he was black. Like lest we forget.
And, like their whole.
Like if he had done
what
anything,
are you gonna do?
Yeah, if he had done anything radical, not only would he have been impeached, but it would have succeeded.
Probably.
100%.
But,
so he did,
personally,
he absolutely
Obama
did the best
was
of what he had.
Obama's a cool guy. You know, he just what do you call it? Thinking of him as like his friends would think of him, like old Barry or something.
Yeah,
he just seemed like kind of a jokester, you know.
Yeah, he did, and you know, he took things seriously when things needed to be taken seriously. But I almost wish, like in retrospect, because of what ended up happening after his presidency, I almost wish Obama had run a decade later.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because
I would agree.
Like you know, it would have been Hillary or McCain, and McCain wouldn't. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of what he supported, but he would not have been the worst president ever. He was a level-headed, decent guy.
I've gotten some perspective because you know, I was like fairly radical in college too. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, the Iraq war is built on lies and George W. Bush. And I still believe
I said the same
criminal
thing.
And everything.
100%.
But oh my gosh, just seeing like, McCain. So I was like, this is such an most important election of my life, and it probably was at the time.
Yeah, sure.
But at the same time, I think McCain would have been. He wouldn't have done what Trump. Yeah, no, the country wouldn't have imploded. Far from it.
Well, and honestly, like when you think about the Tea Party movement, wouldn't have happened because the only reason he even adopted Palin as his running mate was because he felt like he needed an edge to compete with Obama. Like something different to stir up. Well, and I guess he probably would have needed that too if you were running against Hillary.
If it was Hillary,
But in a weird way, Hillary would have been a much more traditional candidate for him to run against than Obama was.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I don't feel like he would have felt like that push as hard. And the funny thing is, he honestly probably would have picked Lieberman as his running mate to like show that. Thought. Yeah, in order to show that there was party unity, and that would have been kind of neat to see.
That would have been.
We either would have gotten the first female president, or we would have had the first split ticket presidency.
Mm-hmm. Even if it was like only in party name only.
Yeah, because Lieberman's kind of an old school like Dixiecrat.
Yeah, but he caucused with the Democrats. Like he was a Democrat still.
Well, and interestingly enough, because of the Tea Party and everything, he went further left than he ever had before because he just didn't like what he was seeing, and he was really disappointed in McCain for a while.
Which way?
Because of Palin.
Yeah, the Palin thing is just like
But
talk about not vetting someone. But...
I know that was kind of the first domino, though. Like I will never forget the name Sarah Palin because of kind of like what sprung out of her candidacy.
It was such a cynical move. Like, we got to capture all those women. They were only going to vote for Hillary because she's a woman. I bet we can get a whole bunch of them to vote for McCain. And sure, there were some.
Did you ever read Game Change?
Game Change, no. Book?
It's a good book. It's about the 2008 election.
Okay.
And they sent out pollsters, like tons of pollsters when Palin came out, and like women were like, I wanted to vote for a woman. I'll be damned if I'm going to vote for that woman.
That's awesome.
And, because again, people are complex. And that's
sure.
kind of one of the worst things. That's kind of one of the worst things about the MAGA movement is it boils not just Democrats down into like the worst possible stereotypes that everyone's afraid of, but I now also feel like I see more Republicans as just negative stereotypes too, because as soon as I hear that someone supports Trump, like I said, it doesn't matter if they're like a loving father and husband or whatever. It's like, how can you support that kind of shit?
It's hard to breaks your brain a little bit.
It does. Ugh.
Don't die.
Don't die. Stop dying, you coward.
Stop dying. Gotta play it safe up here.
God, that was actually last thing I'll say. One of my favorite things to come out of the Trump presidency. You remember when the voice actor for Zap Brannigan read all Trump's tweets in Zap Brannigan's voice?
No, but that's awesome.
Look it up. It is so uncanny. It is absolutely like pitch perfect. Like Trump is just real life Zap Brannigan.
All right, I'm gonna save state right there.
And this is probably where I want to stop, huh?
Whew. Hey, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get this far because I mean this stage is kind of hard. That stage is hard.
Yeah.
So,
how many more levels do we have?
Trouble Causer, Womack Spider. Oh, he's not the boss of the game. Okay.
Oh, okay.
How many more levels?
Yeah.
Like 6.
Okay. So that's not going to be like a short.
But
episode.
You know what's weird?
What's that?
Is if I lose this battle, they're going to take me to a different stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I actually. Is this the route I usually go? No, I feel like I usually hit Creepy Crag before I hit the spider.
Huh. Well, this seems like a good cliffhanger for next time on Play the Hits.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I swear this game changes the stage order on you depending on how much you die and stuff. But, yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, Plok had some innovative ideas.
Plok, it's a fucking awesome game. I don't care what all these top 100 SNES game lists say, like
right?
that they all snub Plok. They do.
That's right. Because I don't know why they snub Plok. Maybe it's the clan hood. I don't know. Hey, see you next time, man. Sparks.
See you next time.
Later, buddy.
Later.